There is a sickness in your kindness, and it is slowly eating you alive. You call it compassion. You call it duty. You call it being the strong one. But in the brutal ledger of life, it has another name: strategic suicide. You are dismantling your own future to fuel someone else's demise. There is an ancient, uncomfortable principle that civilized minds often reject, a principle whispered by strategists like Niccolo Machiavelli, not as a cruelty, but as a law of survival. It is this: not every soul is savable, and many have no desire to be. There are individuals who do not seek a lifeline. They seek an anchor, and they will use your very flesh to keep their head above the water they chose to swim in. You feel the weight of them now, the relative who consumes your peace, the friend whose drama is a permanent residency, the partner who treats your patience as an infinite resource. You pour your energy into a vessel with no bottom, believing your love can seal the cracks. Machiavelli would call this a fatal error. A person determined to be good in every encounter will be destroyed by those who are not. Your limitless mercy is not a virtue here. It is a targeted vulnerability. To save the drowning willing, you must first let go of the rope. Today, we perform an intervention on your empathy. We will identify the 6 human archetypes you must never, under any condition, attempt to rescue. This isn't about heartlessness. This is about strategic preservation. This is about safeguarding your light so you have power left for those worthy of its warmth. If you are exhausted from giving and receiving only ghosts in return, listen. This lens changes everything, and once you see through it, the comforting delusion of universal salvation is gone forever. Before we name them, you must diagnose the savior sickness within yourself. Why do you do it? Why rush into a blaze someone else lit? It is because you've been taught your value is your utility, that your goodness is quantified by the pain you can absorb for others. You believe no is a betrayal of your character. This is a profound miscalculation. Your energy, your focus, your time, these are the non-renewable currencies of your one life. To invest them in a black hole is not charity. It is funding your own bankruptcy. Picture a fortress. It has limited stores, finite guards. If you swing the gates open to every wounded wanderer, including those who carry plague or torches, you do not create a sanctuary. You guarantee its fall. To protect the fortress and the true allies within, you must be discerning, even ruthless, at the gate. This is the principle of necessary darkness. Sometimes, the most profound mercy is to allow the natural, painful consequence to land. When you intervene, you rob them of the lesson only the ground can teach. So, who are these souls? Let us begin with the first and perhaps most seductive type. Type 1. The perpetual storm. This is the individual, perpetually shrouded in personal catastrophe. Machiavelli warned of aligning with the unfortunate not from superstition, but from pattern recognition. Some people are not cursed by fate. They are the diligent architects of their own ruin. You know them. Every conversation is a new emergency, a lost job, a broken trust, a financial vortex. Your heart aches. You intervene. You provide a loan, a connection, a place to stay. There's calm. Then, predictably, the storm returns. The job was toxic. The money vanished into another crisis. Here is the truth they sell. Misfortune is their identity. But luck is not a virus. Judgment is. The chronically unlucky operate with poor judgment, a lack of discipline, and a profound absence of self-awareness. Their decisions are impulsive. They ignore glaring warnings. They burn bridges as a hobby, yet they are never at fault. The universe, they claim, is uniquely hostile to them. To try and save the architect of chaos is to invite their tempest into your skies. Your resources become collateral in a war they are committed to losing. You cannot stabilize someone who is addicted to instability. They don't crave solutions. They crave the center stage drama of their own collapse. Stop being their weather shield. Let the rain fall. Let them get drenched. Only the chill of consequence will motivate them to build a roof. Your continued shelter only enables their refusal to lay a foundation. Guard your horizon. Their low-pressure system will drain your sunshine. Type 2, the emotional black hole. This is the most spiritually costly type. This person requests your aid, devours it, and then harbors a quiet hatred for you because of it. Machiavelli dissected the illusion of gratitude. He understood that favors often breed resentment, not loyalty. The black hole suffers from a cancer of entitlement. They do not see your generosity as a gift. They see it as a tax you owe on your comparative stability. Observe the cycle. The first gift, "Thank you, you're my savior." The hook is set. The second, "Thanks." It's shorter. The third, it's expected. And when you pause, when you finally say, "Not this time," their mask slips. The sigh, the guilt trip. "I guess I overestimated our bond." This is the black hole. No matter what you pour in, the void remains, because the void is a flaw in their character, not their circumstances. Dependence is the mother of contempt. When you create a dynamic of permanent rescue, you become a reminder of their inadequacy. And in the shadowy corners of human nature, we grow to resent those who hold proof of our weakness. Have you noticed that those you've helped most often become your quietest critics? This is why Machiavelli would advise, if you must give in a way that empowers, not enslaves. Or, more wisely, withhold at the first whiff of entitlement. The test is simple. Say no to a small request. A healthy person respects a boundary. The black hole will punish you for it. If you see that punishment, the coldness, the manipulation, retreat. You cannot fill a chasm that defines itself by its own emptiness. To try is to dedicate your life to an excavation with no bottom. Type 3, the silent underminer. Now we enter darker territory. The first two types drain through neediness. This one drains through hidden malice. Machiavelli knew envy was the deadliest poison in any human circle. The silent underminer is often the friend who has known you forever, the colleague who started alongside you. You evolved, they stagnated, and they cannot bear it. But they are clever, they never attack, they concern. You share a victory. That promotion is great, but those extra hours, your health will suffer. You find love. He seems nice. Just protect your heart, okay? Do you hear it? The toxin wrapped in the foil of care. Their mission is to seed doubt, to lower your confidence, to gently pull you back toward the mediocre plane they inhabit. They cannot stand your light, so they offer you a shade. Trying to save them from their envy by including them in your rise is like inviting a parasite into your bloodstream. They will, consciously or not, sabotage you. A missed message before a big pitch. A helpful piece of disastrous advice. A leaked confidence. They don't want to join you at the peak. They want you to fall back into the valley with them. Envy is a cancer of the soul. You cannot cure it. You can only quarantine against it. The strategy is radical transparency. With them, you are bland. Share no joys, no plans, no wins. How's work? A grind, like always. Feed their hunger for your struggle and starve their envy of your true fuel. Your dreams are not safe in their presence. Pause. Breathe. I know faces are appearing in your mind. You feel the tug of guilt, the arrogant whisper saying, "But I can help them see." Crush that voice. That voice is your ego masquerading as your conscience. You are not a redeemer. You are a human with one life. Battery. We continue. The next 3 types target your deepest vulnerabilities. Type 4, the martyr performer. We now meet the most manipulative figure in the human drama. They do not approach with a sword, but with a tear. Machiavelli understood power. Some rule through fear. Others rule through the weaponization of pity. Distinguish this: a true victim desires escape. A martyr performer cultivates their pain as a crop. They wear their trauma as a crown, demanding you kneel before it. I can't because of my anxiety. You're triggering me by asking for accountability. Their fragility is a tool. If you try to save them, you enter an unwinnable game. To cure them would be to dismantle their identity. They will reject every ladder, every rope. You offer a solution. They have a reason it won't work. They go limp, forcing you to carry their dead weight. And the moment you finally stagger and set them down, you become the villain in their story. The lamb transforms into a wolf, accusing you of abandonment. By trying to be their hero, you auditioned for the role of villain. Do not play. Compassion for the professional martyr is self-flagellation. It is a denial of their own agency. Let the audience leave. Only then will the performance end. Type 5, the unteachable mind. This enemy is not ignorant, but in love with their ignorance. This is the individual who worships their own opinion, even as it leads them off a cliff. Machiavelli stated a ruler who is not wise cannot be wisely counseled. You see the cliff, you shout the warning, they scoff, they debate, they construct elaborate fantasies where gravity is optional. Why? Because they do not seek truth. They seek an echo. Your facts are an assault on their ego's sovereignty. By trying to save them from folly, you become the enemy. They will drain you in circular arguments, mock your insight, and when reality finally enforces its law, they will blame the cliff for existing. Stop trying to teach those who have proudly retired as students. It is arrogance to think you can force wisdom into a locked vault. Employ strategic silence, nod, say, "Interesting perspective," and step aside. Let reality, the merciless and undeniable teacher, conduct the lesson. Protect your intellect. Do not dull your blade on stone. Type 6, the predator by nature. The final type, the heartbreaker, the history repeater. Remember the fable. The scorpion stings the frog mid-river, dooming both. It is my nature, it says. Some people have betrayal in their nature. You forgive the lie. You forgive the theft. You forgive the disrespect. They cry. They promise. I'm in therapy. I've changed. And you, with your beautiful hope, want to believe. But Machiavelli warned, men change their conduct, rarely their core nature. Behavior is a record. Character is a pattern. When you save the scorpion from the consequence of its sting, you are not encouraging evolution. You are providing data that stinging has no cost. You are training them to hurt you. Every return chips away at your self-respect, and their respect for you plummets in turn. How can they value someone who values themselves so little? The only solution with the repeater is amputation. Clean, total. It will feel like cutting off a limb. But that limb is necrotic, poisoning your entire system. They cannot be saved. They can only be avoided. Believe them the first time they reveal themselves. Stop projecting your conscience onto a creature that operates by a different code. Now you see them, the storm, the black hole, the underminer, the martyr, the unteachable, the predator. Seeing them brings a heavy clarity. To act on this knowledge will get you labeled cold, selfish, Machiavellian, good. Let them talk. What they call coldness, the wise call clarity. What they call selfishness, the strong call stewardship. You must evolve from the Savior who burns himself as fuel to the sovereign who builds a lighthouse. The sovereign stands firm, shines a light, but does not leap into the surf to drag people ashore. Those who wish to be saved will swim toward the light. Those who wish to drown will do so in the dark. But the lighthouse remains unwavering. Your sole responsibility is the integrity of your own vessel. When you stop pouring your essence into these 6 voids, a miracle occurs. Your energy returns, your focus sharpens, your peace deepens. You begin to build a life of authentic power, and from that fortified place you can extend a truly powerful hand to those who are ready, willing, and capable of taking it. That is true strength, not the capacity to endure all drains, but the wisdom to choose which connections are worthy of your current. Machiavelli wrote that everyone sees what you seem to be, few touch what you are. Let the surface be calm, let the judgments be noise. Within, know you have mastered the most critical art, the art of strategic release. But be warned, once you clear the parasites from your garden, you are left alone with the soil, and you must confront the possibility that the weakness you've been trying to save out there was always a reflection of a wound you haven't healed in here. That is the final shadow, and that is a conversation for another day. If this resonated, if it felt like a necessary poison, then you understand this channel is not for everyone. The algorithm favors comfort over truth. If you want to go deeper into these unseen architectures of power and psychology, your path is behind the join button. For those still here, if you found value, solidify it. Hit the like button, it fuels this channel, and subscribe to the Symbolic Life. We go further for those willing to see.